I'm O.W. Root, and this is Pleasant Peninsula. The other day I was at my parents' house, and my mom brought out a vegetable juicer. And not just any vegetable juicer, she brought out the vegetable juicer of my childhood. My mom would make us drink carrot juice before dinner. Not every night, but some nights. And when those nights came, it was not my favorite thing in the world. I have to say, drinking the pure carrot juice, because this was not carrot juice flavored with extra little stuff, orange or strawberries or melon, or I don't know what else people put in carrot juice, but maybe they put something else. It was pure, unadulterated carrot juice. That was it. And when you're a kid, that does not taste that great. Maybe it tastes great today. My tastes have hopefully evolved since childhood. But back then, it was not great. So I kind of dreaded that juicer, to be honest. When I saw it on the counter, what are we having for dinner? I see that juicer. Oh boy, here we go. So when my mom put that on the counter just a few days ago, and fired it up, that sound, I could hear it. I could smell that carrot. I could taste it. I remember sitting and drinking it. It threw me back to my childhood. And it also threw my mom back to her childhood. Because that juicer is older than my mom. It's more than 60 years old. My mom got it from her mom. It still works. It's an amazing thing. And why does it still work? Well, it still works because there's no technology on it. Essentially, there's no display. There's no LED. There's no nothing. There aren't even different settings. There's not even high, medium, low. There's just one switch. One fat, strong metal switch. Click, click. Off, on, off, on. That's it. You know, it's one that sticks out and it's got a little ball on the end. It's old school. And I believe that my mom said they replaced the cord at one point in time as well. You can kind of tell the cord is a little newer. I mean, she said they replaced it in the 80s, so we're going on about 40 years at that point. It's not that new, but compared to the juicer, it is new. They used to do that. They used to replace the cords for things because things were built to last longer. And I know it's a tired conversation. I know everybody has said it. I know we all know it. Nothing lasts these days. Everything breaks. Things are meant to break. Planned obsolescence. Nobody makes anything good anymore. Not like the old days. And it gets a little tiring saying it. But it's true. It's worth saying it because it's worth remembering. It's worth remembering that, you know, we were able to make things that last, and we still could make things that last. And that thing lasted. The thing is metal. That juicer is 15 pounds. And I know that 15 pounds doesn't sound like a lot, because it's not. I mean, if you're talking about a couch, you're talking about bricks. No, 15 pounds isn't much. But I want you to think about a vegetable juicer. 15-pound vegetable juicer is intense. I mean, it really is. You lift this thing up, you're like, what is this thing? It's all metal. The whole thing is steel. I mean, there's a little plastic on the outside, but on the inside, I mean, it's a steel barrel with this thing spinning. There's no see-through plastic. You can't see anything. It's just this white plastic outside and steel on the inside. And it reminds me of our washer. We used to have a washer here in my family, and it broke, but it was old. It lasted so long, and it broke. We got a new one. And the one that we had before, again, the old one was, funny enough, I remember from my childhood, we had the same one when we were kids. It's really, I mean, it's got to be 40 years old. It has to be. We replaced that. We got a new one about 3 years ago, and then that one broke. 3 years. 3 years. And then we had to get a new one. Look at that. Because it's mostly plastic or electronics, or it's just not well made. You can do it about a whole bunch of stuff. But those are a couple egregious examples or outstanding examples in my life. It's worth thinking about, even though we've talked about it a lot, even though it can be a little depressing, feeling like we live surrounded by junk instead of stuff that's really going to last like it was in the old days. It's important to remember that it doesn't have to be this way. We could have that kind of stuff again. We were able to build juicers that can last 60 years. We should be able to do it again. Ludington is a beautiful place, but they have one big fat problem. Let's roll that video.
Ludington's a great place. It's got a great beach with great waves, a great harbor, and great people. But Ludington Avenue is fat. It's way too fat. And it screws up what could be a great downtown. On Ludington Avenue, there are 2 lanes running each way, a turn lane plus 2 parking lanes on either side of the road. That's a full 5 lanes across, plus some. It's gargantuan. It's the kind of road you expect in Detroit, not a town on the Big Lake. It's an absolute monster. It's not necessary and it's inhospitable. People don't want to hang around next to a 5-lane highway up north. They want to mosey next to something smaller, something more intimate and more beautiful. Ludington Avenue needs an Ozempic prescription. Now, that's the truth. The city needs to embark on a downtown renewal, a great slimming of Ludington Avenue. They need to remove 3 full lanes in the middle and put greenery in their place. Imagine nearly 10 blocks of mini parks with trees, bushes, tables, and benches right in the middle of the main drag. Imagine a leafy Ludington Boulevard, one with only 2 lanes, leading right to the lake. It would be better for business, better for walking, more pleasant for tourists and local alike. And it's what Ludington deserves.
That road is ridiculous. That road is gargantuan. That road is an eyesore and it is unnecessary. The road would be necessary in Detroit suburbs. It'd be necessary in some big metropolis. But it is not necessary in a beautiful little lake town on the Big Lake in West Michigan. It doesn't have to be that way. The downtown of Ludington could be served so much better, and the people of Ludington could be served so much better by a trimmer, slimmer Ludington Avenue. And I don't want to repeat myself because you just watched the video, but nobody wants to go hang out around a 5-lane road across, plus some, with parking lanes. They want to hang out. Think about it in your mind. When you imagine a beautiful town, a quaint town, a lake town, do you imagine 5 lanes across, or do you imagine 2 lanes, tight little street, trees, bushes, parks, nice shops, bars, restaurants, all that? That's probably it, right? Not a big 5-lane concrete mass. No. And Ludington has some of that. They have nice shops, they have nice bars, they have nice restaurants, and they have some nice parks. But the downtown is not serving them as best as they could be served. And they don't have as many as they could have. And Ludington's downtown is not as beautiful as it should be and as it could be. When you're standing on Ludington Avenue and you're looking down, looking west, you see the lake, and that is such an incredible scene. But it is made kind of ugly by all the concrete. Imagine, as I said, just rows and rows, blocks of parkway right in the middle. The road splits like this. Benches and tables, and it would be absolutely lovely. And yes, traffic would slow down, as it should, just like it does in Charlevoix. It would slow down, you'd get west of Washington, and then traffic would slow. And you'd have 1 lane here and 1 lane here separated by the greenway, and then you'd have sidewalk and sidewalk. You'd have people walking, and it would be safer for everyone. It'd be an amazing thing. And people always tell you, we need these lanes. Or when I say they always tell you, I just know that's what people always say. Whenever you try to improve something or make a suggestion for a way something could be improved, and it's very possible to do, people always try to protest. We need these lanes. You do not. You do not need those lanes. It is not that busy, even in the high season of Ludington. It is not that busy. I have been to Ludington in winter and spring and summer and fall. Ludington, downtown Ludington would be just fine with the new slimmed Ludington Avenue. We need to think for the future. We need to think about the kind of world we want to live in. We need to think about the place we want to inhabit. These are not difficult problems to solve, really. You know, solving the problem of big fat Ludington Avenue, we know the solution. What I have proposed has been done before in many other towns across America. They've done these downtown rejuvenations. And it's amazing. It becomes this walkable place that you can see incredible side-by-side photos, what it was and what it is. And it's an incredible transformation. And in a place like Ludington, it would be good for the tourists and the locals alike. It's not impossible. We know how to do this stuff. It's a tragedy when one of the most beautiful places, essentially, it's right by the lake, is sort of wasted in that way. We need to think for the future. We need to think about that. And we need to make the world more beautiful in the ways we can. For Ludington, that is trimming big fat Ludington Avenue down to a beautiful green leafy boulevard leading to the lake. I'm O.W. Root from Michigan. Enjoy.